Are you looking for the best cooling fans? In this video we will look at some of the 6 best fans on the market before we get started with our video. We have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Dreo Smart PolyFan. The Dreo Smart PolyFan is among the most visually appealing options we tested. It features a shiny gunmetal frame with a contrasting brown leatherette accent on the tiltable head. The face is smaller than other pedestal models, which makes it less glaring in a room, but the base is wide and heavy enough to prevent wobbling. This standing fan boasts 8 speeds, 120-degree oscillation, an extra quiet brushless motor and a unique 5-blade design that can push air up to 100 feet away. After putting it to the test, we think it lives up to its claims. It was incredibly quiet on most speeds, the highest 2 speeds are slightly louder, and still seem to be working hard. The rooms we tested it in were noticeably less stuffy, and the airflow was strong enough to circulate through a large space. The Smart PolyFan has touch controls on the head and a small LED display on the front that shows what speed and mode you're on. You can also adjust it from across the room with the remote, sync it to the mobile app or even use voice commands. Overall, we found it intuitive and easy to operate. Assembling the fan is quick and straightforward, but it's easier with another person because you need to hold the heavy base at a certain angle while screwing in the pole. Cleaning isn't an issue, either. Just wipe it down as needed and detach the grill to occasionally rinse off the blades. Though the PolyFan is pricier than most cooling fans, we think it's worth the investment. At number 2. Honeywell Turboforce HT 911-inch fan. On a budget? The Honeywell Turboforce 11-inch fan gets the job done and won't run you more than $20. It's pre-assembled and so straightforward to use that you most likely don't need to read the instructions, just plug it in and turn the knob to access one of the 3 speeds. This compact fan can be placed on a tabletop, but might be too wide for some nightstands, or on the floor in the corner of a room. You can even mount it to a wall to eliminate the footprint entirely. At less than 3 pounds, it's no problem to move around your space as needed. The basic black design isn't an eyesore either. The Turboforce claims to be 25% quieter than similar models. After trying it out, we think this holds up. The sound isn't disruptive, you could sleep or watch a movie with it set to the low and medium speeds, and the pitch is lower, which is good for white noise. Though this fan tilts vertically, it doesn't oscillate or have any other special features. But for such an affordable price, we really have no complaints. At number 3. Rowenta Turbo Silence Stand Fan. The Rowenta Turbo Silence Stand Fan claims to have ultra-quiet technology that keeps the noise level as low as 35 decibels. It also has what the brand calls powerful oscillating airflow that's supposed to generate nearly 2,500 cubic feet of air per minute. After testing the fan at home, we can tell you it's exceptionally quiet compared to all other models. The noise is barely perceptible on all speeds and modes. You could absolutely sleep or watch TV with it running, even on the turbo setting. There was an undeniable difference in the room's airflow and temperature, and transparent blue blades created the illusion of cool air being generated. This fan has a high-tech appearance but still looks like an appliance. Since there's no handle, it's a little awkward to lift and move around. That said, it performs well in large spaces and is easy to operate with the on-unit controls and the remote. Assembly might be a 2-person job. Several parts need to be attached, and it calls for a small screwdriver, which isn't included. But if you want an ultra-quiet fan that's also a workhorse, this one won't disappoint. At number 4. Levoit Classic 36-inch Tower Fan. We also like the Levoit Classic Tower Fan. It's slim with a small footprint, but not so narrow that it seems like it'll get knocked over. At just 8.5 pounds with a convenient handle, it's notably lightweight and a breeze to carry around. Promising rapid cooling, this 5-speed fan oscillates 90 degrees and has a built-in sensor that automatically adjusts the intensity based on the room's temperature. We tested all the settings, and sure enough, it sped up and slowed down as the indoor temp ebbed and flowed, and the space felt slightly cooler with it running. The air circulation was powerful while staying relatively quiet. There's also a sleep mode that keeps the noise to 28 decibels. The pitch was lower, too, which might be more pleasant for sleeping and working. This fan seemed to have a far reach, so it's a good option for a great room or living room. Assembly is easy, but it's not intuitive, so make sure you look at the instructions before getting started. The base might collect dust sooner than later, but it can be wiped down with a damp cloth, and you can detach the back cover to clean the inside. We like the modern, tech-forward design. This cooling fan is easy to operate with the LED touch panel or the remote control, and the carrying handle doubles as remote storage. For under $100, we think the price is more than fair. At number 5. Dreo CF511 Air Circulator Fan. If you're looking for something smaller, the Dreo Air Circulator Fan might be your best bet. This compact tabletop unit is less than 10 inches tall and wide, with a footprint that'll take up minimal space on a cabinet or end table. You could even place it on the floor. Though the head only tilts to 2 vertical angles, the grill face oscillates 90 degrees, which is rare for tabletop models. This fan has 4 speeds and claims to provide powerful airflow, pushing air as far as 70 feet away. There's also a sensor that adapts the speed to the fluctuating room temperature. We were thoroughly impressed by how well it circulated air around a large room, especially for such a small unit. We also noticed when it slowed down or sped up as the thermostat changed. And it's not very loud, even on the highest speed. This highly functional fan performs just as well as many larger models we tested, with comparable features, including a remote control. The versatile design would work in any room size, from living rooms to work studios to dorms. All things considered, the price is a steal. At number 6. Holmes Heritage Table Fan. The Holmes Heritage Table Fan is simple in design and doesn't have any special features, but it's a favorite of those we tested. Less than 6 inches wide, it has a very minimal tabletop footprint, fitting easily on a nightstand, end table, or desk. Weighing only 2 pounds with a handle on the back, it can be moved around as needed. And it comes pre-assembled, which was actually a rarity among those we tested. This fan has 2 speeds and performs well on both. The low-pitched whirring sound would make excellent white noise for sleeping. While it doesn't oscillate, you can tilt the grill up and down to point the air in different directions. We liked the copper-toned finish and vintage aesthetic. It would complement many decor styles, especially an industrial modern design scheme. This mini fan doesn't generate as much airflow as larger models, but it's a stellar addition to a bedroom, guest room, or home office.